So my name is Marquetta Atkins-Woods. I am the founder and executive director of Destination Innovation, Inc. We are a hub of youth leadership development home to 4 programs. So we have Camp Destination Innovation. Camp DI teaches kids careers outside of traditional norms with an emphasis on entrepreneurship and STEM. We have Progeny. Progeny are youth touched by the juvenile justice system that we teach advocacy, how to change policy, and the way it impacts them. We have Root to Power, and our Root to Power youth work around environmental justice, voter engagement, and they host candidates forums. And then we have our new program, which is called Cure Violence. It sees violence as a health inequity, and we are showing the community that they are the experts of their own experience. So we've hired people directly from the impacted communities that are going out and doing wraparound services, building relationships with community members, and getting in front of the violence that's happening in our communities. Again, as a nonprofit person, you start out doing this on your own. And I was in the weeds of our program. So I was recruiting the kids. I was, getting our sponsors. I was grant writing, doing all the things that you do when you first start your own nonprofit. And here recently, I was in a meeting. I was looking at socials, and all of our programming was going seamlessly. And so our Root to Power youth were hosting their Rock the Block around voter engagement. Our Progeny youth was hosting their Leadership Academy, and our Cure Violence team were out at the schools, being engaged with the schools. And so it was just in wonderment to see how you planted a seed and watching that seed cultivate and grow into something big that's moving without you having to be in every space. And then one of the other big things is we just recently hired a manager for Camp DI. And our manager, Livette Mamba, she's fierce, and she is one of our former Camp DI youth. So she had been a part of the program since she was 14 years old. And to see that full circle of her starting out in our youth programming and now running that programming was exactly what we want to do, is pave the way for the next generation of leaders. So I am definitely a collaborative person. I believe in partnerships. If you have a nonprofit, there will be no growth unless you do partnerships. And so creating collaborations where you guys are working together to impact your community lets you make stronger impact. And when it comes to our Building Empowerment and Equity Initiative, BPEP, I grew up with the Kansas Health Foundation. They've been with me from the beginning of starting my nonprofit, and they have been essential in the growth of my nonprofit. And so when I got selected to be a part of this BPEP, they are dedicating 10 years to us, and that is powerful. And not only just money, but technical assistance. And so I'm grateful to be a part of this work. I'm grateful that they've seen the value in Destination Innovation and wanting to invest in us so that we can grow. So I would tell anybody that's starting this nonprofit 3 things. Number 1, nonprofit is hard work. You have to have the heart in your work. You have to be passionate about what you're doing. If you don't have passion for it, don't do it. Because a nonprofit is a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week job. But in that same breath, I'm going to tell you to take space for yourself. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot advocate for a healthy community when you're not healthy. And so making sure that you take designate time for yourself, just like you designate time for a meeting. You designate time for self-care and to take care of yourself. The other thing I would say is stay grounded in your why. It is so important that you stay grounded in your mission and your why of doing this work and never lose sight of it. And the last thing I would tell you as a nonprofit leader is to lift your head up. Sometimes you're grinding so hard and you're working so hard and you're just moving and you have your head down and you're just plowing through. And by that time, a year has passed and you haven't taken time to celebrate the small wins. So lift your head up. Make sure you're taking in your surroundings. Make sure that you're checking on your staff and making sure that they have everything that they need. Make sure you're checking on you and make sure you celebrate everything that your nonprofit does. Stay grounded in your why, take space for yourself, and lift your head up.